my country people them. Today, na number 14 day for October 2023, and I be so passionate about what way I want to talk about. I want to respond to the mayor for Mamfe, where he come out, he make some pronouncements, he attack the DDR centers and the Disarmament Commission. When I listen, then I go talk after.
When I not here, if I don't drop the gun and they take it for gendarme or for police, call me. That's why I want when una come, give me the names of anybody don't drop it, because I will stand there and defend you as a local representative, as a people's representative. Mr. Kawa remain our brother, and as we accept him as well as they accept many people, this disarmament commission where he talk, it bring in more problems because Oboya, they don't turn beggars. And I discourage this thing. I'm telling you, and I stand very tall to say, make the authorities that be, may they look into this matter. I'm going to say it on national TV. May they look into this matter, because when you be ex-combatant, you need to have a job. Do you have a job? No.
Yeah,
What do you do?
I do business.
You do business is not a job. So what I'm saying is, you need to train people. You need to train people. If you come out for push, they need to train you maybe for be driver, be mechanic, be this and be that. And then they say to you, you solve the problem.
Yes.
How do you know one anger for here? And we think, say, we do the right thing at the right time. Kawa remain our brother. And I invite him, if he get any information, more share them together as brothers, more give them community. Even me as mayor, I don't get the competence for talk about anger. Now, the authorities in that, when they get them, they don't train them to talk about anger. Please, when some person don't drop gun, or it doesn't quarter for drop gun, not here. Don't call me, come, I'll take you. Go for SDU, you go stay for house. We will buy you machine, you start work, we will give you something, you start work. We're not there yet for the duty that we're not correct.
So when I don't hear the mayor for Mamfe from his own mouth, he attack the DDR commission. He say DDR commission, it bring more problem. Yeah. He say for Boya, they don't turn our beggars. He say let the authorities that be make them look into this matter. And then he say, do you have a job? And then he asked Sona Kawayanik. And then Kawayanik tells say, yes, I have a job. I do business. He said, no, business is not a job. Because he premise, it fall apart right there and then. Because he asked Kawa said, yes, I have a job. Then now it go on for talk about how the beginning for the DDR center, they need training to be drivers, mechanic, and then for settle them. Now, one of the things that you get to understand, because these people, they don't indoctrinate and put the wrong idea for these ex-combatants that head, say they so, they go settle them if they come out for bush. So they go reward their bad behavior, which is wrong. As I don't read them for una, there is nowhere for that that decree where it talks that they go pay the ex-combatants any amount of money or say they go give them jobs. It doesn't say that anywhere. Reintegrating you to society no means say they so they go give you job. It means that they go give you the tools where you need them for succeed in the society. They'll give you some level of training, some level of guidance, and prepare you psychologically in order for enter into the normal civilian world. That's what it means. And then you hear a whole mayor can begin talk about how if you drop your gun, you come for a house, they go buy you machine, and then you just go, you begin do your own thing then. You no need for pass through the disarmament. So what if your victims, they hold you for street tomorrow, they knock you, kill them? That mayor say, go can't defend you after we don't kill them, right? Or say they catch you for Douala, you dey prison. That mayor, they go drop everything where they do and come for Douala, can't defend you. And you believe it? Listen, these people know what they're doing. This is an attack on the Disarmament Commission. It don't get nothing for do with where they talk. The pretext or the pretense where they talk about say they don't get jobs and all of those things. Them as the mayor for a municipality, can you not create jobs and then advertise them to the DDR? And then the DDR it go send you the recruits, the employees. You can do that. Ask you say how many ex-combatants It don't employ them. And now we now fit understand why we, upon all the hundreds of ex-combatants for DDR Center for Boya, now only Kawayanik, he don't drop his guns. The other two picking them, when a manu picking them, when they did for DDR Center for Boya, they catch them, they catch them, then they sorry them, go live for the DDR Center. Yes. When I ask yourself, say, when I see the publicity, the activism, when me, I invest them with Kawayanik, the good job we do since 2019, we do a lot of sensitization. But why the amber terrorists them for Manu, they know they surrender, they know they go DDR. Now when I fit understand the reason why. Now because the elites for Manu, the people the way they suppose for make this picking they drop their guns, go for DDR Center. Now them, they engineer this picking them for back. Some of them, the elites for Manu, people them way, they did job, CPDM militants so, where they in appointed positions, some of them elected positions for Manu. Now them, they tell the Amber boys, they say, we will not even go for that DDR set. Or say this, discourage the picking them. And then some ones, there's a few ones where they even want surrender, they take them, they keep them, they play na their political mafia with the picking them. Now why that way? No other Manu picking, the DDR Center. Because a lot of people them, like this mayor for Mamfe, they try for misconstrue and try for bamboozle people about the Disarmament Commission. Today, I will take the time for read una the decree number 2018/719, where President Paul Biya signed on the 30th of November 2018 for establish the National Disarmament, Demobilization and Reintegration Committee. The President of the Republic, mindful of the Constitution, mindful of another decree, blah, 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 of 9 December 2011 to organize the government as amended and blah, 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 considering the peace appeal made in the inaugural address of the President of the Republic on 6th of November 2018, hereby decrees as follows. Chapter 1, General Provisions, Article 1, Part 1. This decree establishes the National Disarmament, Demobilization and Reintegration Committee, abbreviated as the NDDRC, hereinafter referred to as the committee. Full stop. 2. The committee shall be under the authority of the Prime Minister, the head of government. Full stop. 3. It shall be headquartered in Yaoundé. 4. The committee shall have regional centers in Bamenda, Boya, and Mora. Other centers may be set up as and when necessary on the recommendation of the Management Board. Chapter 2, the duties. Article 1, Part 1. Article 2, Part 1, it talks the committee shall be responsible for organizing, supervising, and managing the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration of ex-fighters of Boko Haram and the armed groups in the northwest and the southwest regions who are willing to respond favorably to the head of state's peace appeal by laying down their arms. So page 2, they continue by saying, as such, it shall be responsible notably for 1. Disarmament, for receiving and disarming ex-fighters from Boko Haram and northwest and southwest regions, collecting, listing, and storing weapons and ammunition voluntarily handed over by ex-fighters, and taking appropriate measures to destroy the said weapons and munitions and explosives in conjunction with the relevant government services. So according to this decree, now the disarmament process is supposed to receive the weapons from the ex-fighters the way they come surrender voluntarily. No, but even the military. Now the DDR, they're supposed to receive them, list them, store them, and then they could decide how to destroy those weapons and munitions and explosives. That's what the decree states. Now the head of state sign up. Part 2, demobilization. Now the DDR, it get the responsibility for setting up and managing the cantonment sites for ex-fighters, supervising the ex-fighters, providing multifaceted assistance to ex-fighters to prepare them for a return to civilian life. They don't talk say to give them jobs or to settle them. No. It says providing them multifaceted assistance. That assistance could be training in driving, training in agriculture, or whatever. That's why they say multifaceted. And then they say to prepare them for a return to civilian life. They don't talk say they could give them jobs. So whoever they promise the ex-fighters and say they will give them jobs, now stop. Stop for the promise and say they will give them jobs. No person, not the promise will give any person jobs. They will prepare you. You will go out there, go fend for yourself. That is it. The victims of Amazonian terrorism, they're still there out there. No person didn't even look into their case. We, the victims, them. IDPs, they flop. Millions of people, them. If they want to begin to distribute jobs, then those are the people we need to start with. Anyways, man continue. They say part 3. They say reintegration. The DDR responsible for taking the necessary steps to de-radicalize the ex-fighters, sensitizing and providing multifaceted assistance to home communities to facilitate the reintegration of ex-fighters. So I talk about sensitizing. When I say the right time for day, sensitizing and providing multifaceted assistance to home communities. So now, whenever we come in with our broadcast, so social media and everything, we will talk now to the home communities then as they talk, for make the communities then they be psychologically ready for receive this, picking them back into their communities. That is the part we are playing. It is part of the reintegration clause in the decree where it be signed by the head of state for create the Disarmament Commission. So they continue to say, helping to reintegrate the ex-fighters into civil life, particularly by organizing, training, and providing them with tools and means of production and assistance for the creation of income-generating activities. They don't talk say they go give you jobs. When I read them, fine, it talk for the reintegration. The last clause under reintegration, they say they go help the ex-fighters them for reintegrate them into civilian life, particularly by organizing, training, and providing them with the tools and the means of production and assistance for the creation of income-generating activities. Income-generating activities could be farming, could be driving, could be doing business. That's income-generating activities, so that they fit enter civil life as they put on for day. They not talking for anywhere. Say reintegration or whatever, it means giving the ex-fighters jobs. It is not written anywhere in this decree. Anyways, now they go for chapter 2. They say organization. Article 3 talks that the committee shall comprise of the management board, the national coordinator, and the regional centers. Section 1, the management board. And then they say Article 4, they say the management board chaired by the Prime Minister, head of government, shall be responsible for defining the strategic guidelines and ensuring the monitoring, blah, 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 blah. They go on for talk say, it shall comprise the following members for the managing or the management board. The minister in charge of territorial administration, Minister Paul Antanganji. The minister in charge of external relations, you get Lejong Bella. The management board that, and then they go on now for Article 5. They say the management board shall meet at necessary blah blah blah. That one not even be important. We move on for talk about the national coordination. That one is Section 2. Article 6 talks that under the authority of the national coordinator, assisted by his deputy, and that deputy now Dr. Ekoso, when a Southwest man, another Anglophone. So all the people the way they lead the Disarmament Commission now Anglophones. But you could see saying that only Anglophones they try to bring them down. But I continue. It talks that the national coordination shall be responsible for the implementation and operational management of the program for the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration of ex-fighters. The national coordinator and his deputy shall be appointed by decree of the president of the head of state of the republic. So when I say and say this, so yes, the Disarmament Commission, they under the prime minister, they talk to the national coordinator, it could be appointed, and the deputy could be appointed by the president of the head of state. Now part of the decree this way, me and the reader for now. You understand? And then they talk about the regional centers. They say the regional center, they say they shall be under the responsibility of the center heads appointed by the order of the prime minister, the head of government. So now the chief of centers them, it could be appointed by the prime minister, but the national coordinator, now president, is the appointee. So it go on to talk about financial provisions through state subsidies, grants and legacies, and then you get contributions by national and international technical partners and any other resources that may be allocated thereto in accordance with the laws in force. And they also go on to talk about the United Nations and all of those things. And because the United Nations it is sponsor and then it talks on miscellaneous and the final provisions for chapter 4. Article 9 talks that within the framework of its duties, the committee shall, as and necessary, collaborate with the relevant government services, the NGOs and international partners, particularly the United Nations Organization. Article 10 talks say this decree shall be registered, published according to the procedures of urgency and inserted in the official gazette in English and French. Signed, His Excellency President Paul Biya, President of the Republic, on the 30th of November 2018. And that is the full decree where President Paul Biya signed up. Nothing else. Now the final page that nowhere else in this decree the talk say they could give una jobs. Nowhere they say they could give person job, but they could give you the training, the tools for prepare you for enter civilian life. Make una understand. So this one way when the worker talk about our thing, probably I don't give our thing. What thing they give una? The only thing where they grant una na amnesty. Now the most important thing that we wanna get them out of this disarmament commission. Say this so the state it not go come after una. But if una want follow this thing with some people that they talk on these saboteurs, where they will talk about the disarmament commission, say you feature come you can't enter public life or civilian life without passing through the disarmament commission. There where you enter shock. I go hear you talk about how Memna Prime Minister, DDR they under the Prime Minister's office, yes. But Prime Minister single-handedly no fit give you amnesty. SDO no fit give you amnesty. No other human being on the surface of this earth if it give you amnesty, except the head of state. And the head of state, it don't create a commission specifically with one job for give you that amnesty. If you no pass through that commission, they write your name for that ledger. Now you sabi, they will handle you. I go here, you can't tell me say na SDO for Manu. If you tell you say, that time you will talk time we don't really reach Kondengi, then you begin tell we wait till SDO be talk.
So the head of state created the DDR to give them a safe corridor to be reintegrated into society. So I want to urge all of us here present to be able to get our young people who are still carrying arms in the bush to come to the DDR center. I'll make this very important point. If you have a young person related to you who is carrying arms somewhere in the bush, and you get this young man out and sent to other towns, you are transporting criminality. Because the DDR has psycho-socialists, we have psycho-spiritual people who will work on these young people, who will train them and give them the possibility to stand life all over. So the head of state has created the DDR for the young people. I want to say that let all our young people leave the bushes and come to the DDR center.
As the chief of center for Bamenda, DDR center, don't explain it for una. Very simple. If you take terrorists for bush, you send it for different towns like for Yaoundé or for Bafoussam, say make it go pretend for live a normal life for day. You are transplanting terrorism and criminality. Because that can never pass through disarmament, it never passed through, those psychoanalysis, it never passed through de-radicalization. But not just that. Forget about that point even. The point now say, this mayor for Mamfe, where he talk so, it is not because he no understand the dangers of what the way he talk. He know exactly the danger. Because what is to say, the Amber terrorist, a kidnap for Bush, carry the money, the ransoms, maybe 5, 6, 7 million, go in now for Douala, go open a business, start the living normal life accordingly, as they talk. And then when the money they can't finish, they just carry the gun, go in back for Bush. Then go continue for the aggressive people, them kidnap for ransom. Then when they don't decide, say, no, I want to get some small peace of mind. He go hide the gun. And then go for Douala, go to live like you want. Ask I don't surrender me. I don't surrender me. SDO be toxic, mayor be toxic, or some person be toxic. So it is not like they are stupid. And I go explain for Una exactly why these people then, a concerted few, they get all the time in the world for try for sabotage the Disarmament Commission. Of all the other commissions, the way they be created because of the Anglophone crisis. Like, for example, the Musonge Commission or the Kolam Seweti Bilingualism Commission. Of all the other commissions then, no other commission, it don't get the same level of attacks like the Disarmament Commission. The reason, now one person, Pafai Yengo Francis. That is the reason why they sabotage the Disarmament Commission. First of all, the Disarmament Commission, it be created, as I don't already read them for now, for ex-Boko Haram fighters and the armed groups in the northwest and the southwest regions. It no been as something will be created just on the behest of the Anglophones. No. The DDR Center for Mora in the far north, it be about 5 times bigger than the one for Bamenda and Boya combined. Yes, when you look at the number of ex-combatants the way they day for day. Now, here is the question. How many times when I don't ever see them for media or anywhere else say they picking them for DDR Center for Mora, they protest, or say they complain against Governor Faye Yengo Francis? Not a single instance where I feel remember them from 2019 till date. Now, DDR Center for Bamenda, where it be about equally as big as the one for Boya, how many times when I don't ever hear say the ex-combatants for DDR Center for Bamenda, they out there protest against something? Now, only one time it don't ever happen. And that one time, they will be agitated and instigated by their colleagues when they did DDR Center for Boya. Now the question is, how many times the DDR Center for Boya, they begin there for day, they don't come on the block road, they strike, they agitate, they make noise, they try to sabotage the Disarmament Commission? How many times? I can count at least 4 or 5 separate times. Why is that? The reason it is simple. You get a select few of Southwesterners, them, the elites, political elites for Southwest, this mayor being one of them, as I don't hear from your own mouth, publicly sabotaging the Disarmament Commission. The mayor for Mamfe, the current one, and a select few others them. Now them, they therefore back, they engineer these ex-combatants them, they give them these wrong ideas them, so make they sabotage the disarmament. And they sabotage that Disarmament Commission, so their target now one person, the person where he head the commission. That is just the truth. It is simple. When I ask myself, say, upon all the thousands of ex-combatants, they for Mora, the one for Bamenda, no man really complain about the job where Governor Faye Yengo Francis is doing. And another very important point where I forget for Mekam. Now say these detractors them, where they complain about the disarmament process. Like I talk, many of them never ever pass for the DDR Center just for visit, for see how it be run, for see the picking them, for talk to the picking them, for understand the challenges where we face them. Many of these picking them want come up for bush, they get a lot of problems them. Some of them are drug addicts. For example, the one where this mayor they talk say they na beggars and for Boya. Yes, and some of them, they take drugs. We don't know how much one drug addict they spend and where he need for spend them on a daily basis just for feed that craving. Hundreds of thousands of francs a day. They go thief, they go do whatever it takes to take that drug. Those are some of the people we are dealing with at the DDR centers, where if they talk to me, we just release them into the community, make they begin do whatever they want to do. It's not like he doesn't know. He is too smart to know this. Like I talk, this is a sabotage. They know what they are doing. You know, get nothing for do with the way they preach them. Now, make I tell you another thing. Many of these beginners, they be injured. Many they be disabled, physical disability. Time they be there for bush, they shoot them for hand, they shoot them for head, they shoot them for foot, they shoot them for all corners. Many of them, they get physical disabilities. Where now, first of all, a big challenge. You employ them to do what? With that physical disability. Some of them can't even drive if you give them the motor, if you teach them how to drive because of their physical disability. And then not to talk about the majority of them, they no go school. Many of them, they end their education for class 7. They get first school living certificate. Now, if they talk about, say, may they integrate all them, may they give them jobs. Jobs doing what? Driving, farming. When I don't hear say Cameroon government, they employ now how many drivers to do what? Or Cameroon government not employ how many farmers? They don't teach people how to rear pigs, and then Cameroon government employ them for rear pigs. So, when I see when some person take microphone, they talk for 1 or 2 minutes, it simplify a very complex national security sensitive issue where experts they should not deliberate at the level of the United Nations how to help with or resolve this issue because it is complex. It can talk them, simplify them because they talk to an audience to where it be simple-minded for fool the picking them, mislead them for your own political ends. This is wrong. It has to stop. Now the same kind of manipulation this way it give we ambassador terrorism. When the jungle funcha they run around with flags for on the Mongol bridge to talk about United Nations decolonization, all those lies, manipulation for political expediency, they ended up giving us ambassador terrorism. Back then, Anglophones they be shy away. They don't want talk. Say we go challenge authority. Hey, napa, now you give you reunification. I don't want challenge you. No, we've been at the new generation. When I talk lie, we go can't debunk them. We go can't tell the truth. These kind of people then with this same kind of mindset, they don't already try them. Say me they go bribe the amber terrorism, give them money, buy their or say me they go reward their bad behavior. When I remember Scam and Congo, the Nambere deal, they carry our money, hundreds of millions, they go for Nigeria, go pay them. Question is, where are they today? So we get a case study, an example for this kind of people, them, their own way and approach, where they don't do them, they don't already fail after spending hundreds of millions of our money. They can go buy Scam and Congo and Nambere. What's that Nambere day today? Indo still carry guns, go back, threaten the prime minister alive. Who's that Scam and Congo day today? Indo still go back for Nigeria, go for there, they crush the prime minister and all of those things there. That's what we paid with our money. And at the same kind of things where these kind of people that they preach, say make we do them. Now when I look on the other side, look at all the picking way they pass through the right channel. They go for DDR, they shut down their mellow, they receive some counseling, they understand that they don't do wrong. Now they work with someone like me. We do sensitization. Look at even the person where this mayor for Mamfe, they use them as a case study where they talk to. It's because of my mentoring. They work with me. I don't do with Kawa Yannick for years. Where they can't hijack them for use them for their political ends. The same things come and go come. You know, go work with any other ex-combatant. They're plenty. They're there for Mora. They're there for Boya. They're there for Kumba. They don't go take anyone. They only come now for the one where me, countryman, don't work with. We don't do that psychoanalysis, that training, that nurturing, that coaching, mentoring. We don't work with them for years and years, balance them psychologically. Now these begin to be prepared psychologically for enter society. We don't groom them, we don't prepare them for be productive members of society. Now why that way? The Prime Minister befit honor me, and now why that way I go forever respect and thank you. He honor me by giving Kawayanek that position for talk for the Grand National Dialogue. That was an honor to me because of the work with me I do with Kawayanek. They invite me for Grand National Dialogue. Now me, I humbly tell the organizer, say sorry, but I will not be attending. And then they find another way for honor me. They send Kawayanek may go talk. Yes, because of the work we don't do. See the upstanding citizen way, responsible somebody where Kawayanek did today. Look at all the other ones the way I don't work with. Look at Beltus, matriculated civil servant today. Look at Clovis. At the time where I started work with Clovis, It no even get ordinary level, the highest level of education be na first school living certificate. It drop school at Form 3. I take key, the mentoring, guidance. They don't know the work where we don't work with ye. It don't write the O levels. It pass him. It write the first time he fail him. When I know be hear about that one. It write the second time again, it pass him. Then it write the advanced level the next year again. It pass him. Now it go university. That's the work we do. So me no person no can talk as if they care about that picking for DD Center more than I do. I get a track record for prove them. Evidence. How me I don't transform picking their lives. The other ones, the way I no one call their names them. Me I get ex-combatant when na military active soldier in the battlefield in the fight against amber terrorism. When na ex-combatant, they come up from DDR Center, I mentor ye, we do activism together and all of those things them. He will come see the launch concours like the one where they launch him this year. Recruitment for the B. He said, countryman, I really like this thing. I just said, now how much to register? I know before I even get plenty money. I send it 20,000. 20,000. Now all that. And if it forever thank me, say now me, I put it inside B. Because of 20,000 where I send out for you, if photocopy ID card, photocopy birth certificate, and compile those documents and go pass them. It once time you name to come out, it go for the training, it pass phase 1, pass phase 2, pass all the selections, them go for manual bed, do all your training. Now full-fledged military operative. It there for the B. You know, because she don't the word, maybe government can't give you job as this kind of mayors that they talk. They understand say it not be feasible, it not be possible. Imagine the number of ex-combatants, and may we just even more forget about the Anglophone zone for now. May we take Mora. We get about 2,600 and something ex-combatants. May the same government give them all jobs. Because when Anglophones they always talk this one, they forget them. Say DDR na 3 centers a day. The biggest one way big pass all the 2 centers for the Anglophone zone. It then for Mora. May they give all of them jobs. Doing what? What is your level of qualification? Let's start there. You qualify for duty. So these are real life challenges then. Where we get them, where we face them with the disarmament. And then you get institutions them. Public and civil and government institutions them. Where they be supposed to create this kind of jobs them, like construction workers, like retail, like all of these things, where they're supposed for partner with the Disarmament Commission for make sure say that, for example, if you go for the Disarmament Commission, say so I want to open this store and I go need for recruit about 17 staff, but I go really want make at least 4 or 5 staff that come up from the Disarmament Center. They will train them, send them for you. But these people are not partnering. Like the mayors, the municipalities, them all where they know Africans don't talk empty mob sabotage another man a job. One of the reasons why we get to understand why I defend the Disarmament Commission are because the Disarmament Commission are my brainchild. Now which that way me I be think about them. I start to propagate and to promote the idea of amnesty even before President Paul Biya he make this declaration and he signed that decree. That is what I always knew. Say it could be not the solution. It could get a lot to play for destroy Ambazonia terrorism. For make this people they regain their lives back, for come back home. Me, I don't do more. This mayor, where they talk so, they try to sabotage the Disarmament Commission. It then only for Mamfe. Now Cameroonians and the Cameroon authorities, like the municipality, where they pay his salary. It then only for Mamfe. DDR, it then only for Boyade. Ask he. Say, he know who started the DDR Center day. I guarantee you, he no. So me, they talk like person where he be vested in the Disarmament Commission because I know the importance of this thing. When they create the Disarmament Commission, I know first even know, nor did I care who it be at the helm of the Disarmament Commission. I supported it because I knew it was the right thing to do. We get to do the fact that na Northwesterner, na my Grafi brother, or whatever nonsense as we go talk. If that was the case, I know for what we kawaya nekwe na manyuman, akumana momo. Beltus na Libialem, our favorite Bangwa man, akumana momo. Clovis, na Oroko picking from Dian. Me, I still come on na Momo. I work with all these guys and for clean their own areas them. Before I even start work with Joe when na my own Grafi brother. So I don't get none of those nonsense when I want to talk about tribalism or whatever. So, to put a simple case forward, the evidence will be clear. There is a concerted effort by a select few Southwest political elites for destroy the Disarmament Commission. And in so doing, they believe say they want to destroy now Governor Fayengo Francis. I don't know why. They probably get a big political calculation somewhere, but that is a reality. It's a fact. I want to now take this particular Guardian Post daily newspaper as an example. This one now from February the 2nd, 2021. Front page, scandal at Boya DDR Center. They say ex-Amber fighters go on rampage over unfulfilled government promises. The first question we get to ask yourself now say, who promised them? Now, who promised these so-called ex-fighters? Who? People like this kind of mayor with that kind of nonsense where they talk. Now them they go promise picking for boost say una commode, we go give una job, una commode, we go settle una, we go reward una for una bad behavior and all of those things them. Those are the mentality that plenty of the picking they come for DDR because of those stupid promises the way some person don't go promise them, like mayors them. Una they promise them say now una get the money for go settle them. Now for who side that presidential decree, it be talk say they go settle any ex-fighter. Settle it how much? Now, for whose side that decree where President Paul Biya sign them, where they talk said they go settle them, say government promises. Whose side the promises the day? I don't read for una the actual decree where President Paul Biya signed them for create the Disarmament Commission. Una show me whose side for that decree. They talk those promises the way this speaking they talk them. Una see for this bullet point for here, they say, but the DDR top official says that. It says suspects hidden hands behind the repeated agitations in DDR Center for Boya. Yes, that's the truth. So you get people the way they get hidden agenda for back. They push the Pekin and Center for front. They push the Pekin them. Say me they go agitate. Me they go do so for sabotage the Disarmament Commission. The Pekin they be manipulated for carry guns go for bush by failed politicians. As they enter DDR Center, other politicians, they also use them again for manipulate them, for send them, for go achieve their political aim. But that nonsense has to stop. Now, why that way me to come out with this broadcast today? That nonsense will stop. It will stop. Because first of all, we are not going to succeed and we will never succeed. And it will stop because the disarmament must succeed. It has to succeed. And we will do everything for make sure to make it succeed. And I don't give a damn whether or not who they at the helm of the disarmament. That is not my business. My business and my concern now for see the beginning surrender, for see the Disarmament Commission achieve its goals and its mission. What I been a backward man na which kind of man for whose side na francophone man na person will come up from eastern or the western or the northern part of Cameroon. It will be for the helm at the head of the Disarmament Commission. I go so do exactly what they do. At the time when we start the activism and they promote the Disarmament Commission, Kawaya Nick and all of these things. I don't even first know the name of the person who they head the Disarmament Commission because we were not working together. I was just doing my own, using my own little resources that I get them. For promote the Disarmament Commission. And nobody do it because I'm my man, I'm my countryman. No. So that nonsense has to stop. All these attacks and sabotage against the Disarmament Commission has to stop. Those petty attacks. First of all, you look childish when you do those things. It's so childish. It's beneath you. Stop it. It don't make sense. And now why that will tell una say whenever they give a big position to Anglophone, una want see the person where they pull it down for destroying now another Anglophone. Now which kind of nonsense? Now why that will not be progress for the country? Because now so we spoil our Hungary. When they get chop for some man, you carry some sango triumph inside, you benefit with it. Stop it. It's petty. Even the Kawayanik one go DDR Center, now only me, Kawayanik, and some one other military man, know the pains we will go through. Kawayanik fit tell una. It be then for na B camp or the military base for Mamfe. It surrender. It be there for several months until some military guy where he be understand the situation. He message me. He tell me say, "Well, countryman, I get this petit frère way. Now it be na amber. It don't surrender. He want join the disarmament. But no man of us get the time. It's just there for B camp. You just the tonton. Yes, Kawa fit tell una the story. What I went through. I called military for year, called this, I expend all my political capital. At that time, this mayor where they run in mouth now, They don't have a clue. They just come now. Johnny come lately for can't use Kawayanik after we don't do all the work. For can't use the Kawayanik then for make their political points them. That is the mafia. Work where I don't do them. Even for go move Kawa, a woman and Pekin, find place or keep them for hiding from the Amber terrorists where they be finding for kill them and all of those things. I did that. We did that because we want to see this Disarmament Commission for succeed. Because I love this picking them when they die unnecessarily. I care about them. I did that. I know be no cover for no side. Tell me the person messaged me. I expend every single one of my small political capital where we get them, the small connection where I get them. I call this person for here, call this person for message this person for talk to the cover. He tell me all kind of things. I talk say no. This guy get a lot of potential. We feel work with him. If it achieve so much with this guy, I invest everything for you. I beg some. I never first even get money. I beg some pa. The pa know who he be. He know. If he listen to this audio, he could know. Because I be going to ye. He tell me say, okay, I don't hear you. I will try to use my own influence as well. So we'll mobilize things then. Before when I want to see Kawa can begin. Because say someone when I just hear Kawa they talk, when I just hear Bertus Clovis and all this speaking them, you guys haven't got a clue of what way would they do for background. They work where would they do for background. They like about 90% and only about 10% when they say for public. 10%. Many of when I don't know whether they picking that they ever sick. Nobody will not interest, right? When I don't know whether they get picking, woman and picking them. They be married. When I don't know who they pay their school fees, their rent, and all of those things, then you don't care. How many mobile phones did they use them in the space of a year? You don't know, you don't care. Imagine a person like Shutan, for example. I don't buy now 3 mobile phones in the past 11 months. 3. And as I talk to you now, you don't get phone. I need to buy another one, number 4, in the where 1 year never reach 11 months only. You know, first even get phone because the other one don't fall, is spoiled. That is what we do in the background. I don't tell you now sacrifice. And then it pains me so much when we don't sacrifice this much for make the commission. It grow for reach level we day today. Instead for they tell the Pekin the right thing so that they go save their lives, they come out, they indoctrinate them with the wrong ideology. They make them now the Pekin for Didi Asanta Boya. They go to challenge people, they talk about how now what thing. Now probably they don't give we. They say, we will come, the DDR chief of center or whatever, don't take what thing. She don't on top, now what thing. May give what thing. Because they get this mentality of entitlement. And I will give them that entitlement mentality. Now this kind of leads from chiefs for Manu, principals, to mayor, to appointed officials then. People, the way they be supposed to be responsible. Now, one of the reasons this problem be so difficult for we to resolve them, because the people, the way they be tasked with the responsibility for end the crisis, they instead engineer the crisis and make it go forward. You go talk, say, me picking job come off for bush, can't do your own thing, and you go defend me, and it sounding okay for your ear and for you, or maybe as you talk so they clap. You think say you don't arrive. Because I'm a politician, you want to vote. Me, I'm not a politician. Don't care whether you like me or hate me. If I ask my vote, if I ask you for your vote, you know one gear, I'm not gearing you. First of all, I don't ever can ask one person to vote. And another story, another situation they were want to tell one will be similar to this one. Another guy will name be they be calling a general pastor for Kumba. He don't keep picking for Bush very well. He never passed through disarmament. One day we just want to see who yes, they drive Kumba City bus or something like that, Kumba City vehicle. We send authorities, gendarmes, they go arrest him. And then to my greatest surprise, I yes say mayor for Kumba, it go release him. When I know that story very well, I don't broadcast them. I make audios, I make video presentations and everything. I tell you something, when I see we, the black legs, right, victims of Ambazona terrorism, through me, we also have a voice today. And even if I'm not there today, another person, it go fill the void. We have a voice, we have a say, and we get influence too. We feel impact policy for this country. I don't tell you a few policies that we don't impact them. For example, the fact that they kill Amber terrorists now go display their body for public. Now we don't change that government, that military policy. Now me, I change them. And another thing, like I will talk about this so-called general pastor for even the operator around a small accommodate for Memede. The Kumba city mayor be get a personal arrangement with the guy for come off for Bush. He personal one-on-one. It no involve the Disarmament Commission. It no involve the DDR process. When a DDR get the only authority where the head of state create and for grant them amnesty. Now the only authority that. So time maybe one use the mayorship as they call them lords. If one can lord over for sure say get gum for remove that guy for prison. We the blacklegs would turn up like man picking them, tell it's in a lie. Power, meet up power. Guess what? That pastor they right now so for prison as I talk. It goes through the judicial process. Mayor of Kumba no be fit movie because we too will sing. Say he must face it because it no surrender. Your personal individual deal where the mayor of Kumba be getting with that one at their business. You know, involved with the victims of the crimes. Because you know pass through one of the most important things for pass through the Disarmament Commission and Security. You accept wrongdoing. That's one. You accept say you don't do wrong. You don't wrong we, Cameroonians them. You apologize for your terrible crimes them. And then you go through the process. Many people they go for that DDR, so they don't even stay for the plenty time. You understand? If you get something where you get to go do, for example, plenty they don't travel abroad. You understand? But you must pass through the disarmament because they will meet up you. Who's will meet up you? What are for Francophone zone, in the Anglophone zone, you never pass through the disarmament. Because when we hold you, that if you want to talk, say you be ex-amber, the first thing where they ask you now, say, what's your disarmament card day? Right? You show your disarmament card. If you don't get the disarmament card, nobody will get number for the chief of centers and for Boya and for Bamenda and for Mora. We will call them, send plus your picture, everything, say you know the guy. They say they don't know you. One way ticket to Ngata. Then we will see how this mayor for Mamfe can use the mayorship. You don't go be mayor for some small municipality. For Mamfe, you think now say you get powers to grant amnesty. We will see. Mayor for Kumba, big pass you. Kumba now the largest, biggest town inside the southwest region. Yes, mayor for Kumba, you get a bigger municipality pass you, bigger influence pass you. Enough in move picking way, we the blacklegs put them. It's still there for them to go through the judicial process. Now you, mayor for Mamfe, you can't go move the one. May I catch someone, put on for there tomorrow, you can't talk, say they can't move it or see what you can move it. Where no pass through